My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody who is quite charming and probably attracts a lot of attention. The problem is, this is somebody who knows what other people are looking for or want from them. I do think that they dress it up a little bit, or they pretend to be something that they're not in order to attract people in, because we do have the harpy. A creature of many guises, in storms I soar. Amid virtues and vices, a reflection of life's score. So this person who wears a lot of masks or pretends to be something they aren't appears to be encountering a person of the same sort. So we have sabotaging relationships. In the tangle of love, no, my demons emerge, and I wonder if yours will ask them to dance. So I do think this is two people who play games, and they're going to end up doing a little bit of a tango, the two of them, with the mind games that they like to play. So this might be an interesting reading. Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a good day so far. It is bright and early here. It's not even bright, it's that early. Hello, Kevin. Hello, April. What's going on, Dana? Hello, Actunify. What's up, Jamie? Hello, Jordan. Hello, Alberto. Hello, famous Seamus. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. That can be found in the description box, as well as more information on how to become a member. Thank you to the current members. If you are in the Stars and the Towers tiers, because there are 3 of them, we do have a members-only live stream at 9 a.m. If you are in the Chariots, you do have the ability to upgrade before then if you want to participate. So that's in just over 2 hours. All right, let's dive in. We're going to start with the... Oh, that's right. We got some new cards. This is the Marseille. You guys, I mess it up every time. I'm going to get better at it, I promise. French is not something that comes naturally to me. The Marseille. You guys, Cat Tarot. I'm going to get it. All right. We've got the Knight of Swords and the 8 of Pentacles with the Hierophant in the reverse. So the cool thing is, at least they give the English and the French. Chevalier d'Épée? I don't know how to say that. Do you pronounce the S? The Knight of Swords. Look at how cute he is. The Knight of Swords is fast-moving energy. And our 8 of Pentacles is in the reverse, along with the Hierophant in the reverse, because this is rushing in. So it's making me think of that movie with Salma Hayek called Fools Rush In. Who was the dude with her? Matthew Perry? I think. It's a cute movie, but definitely indicative of not really taking enough time to get to know each other before you have some sense of being connected or tied to that person officially. Hello, Brewer Kings. How's it going? I got a lot to do today, okay? I owe you an email, though. I'm sorry. Hello, Elgun. How are you doing? This is a general reading. Hello, Vicky Tata. What's going on? Thank you for the confirmation, famous Seamus. Yeah, that's okay. You don't have to understand my beliefs. I don't understand yours. But we can still get along, right? So we've got the 6 of Wands in the reverse. Insecurity, strength, and the 2 of Wands in the reverse. Wait, 2 of Wands in the upright, sorry. Wow, okay, so insecurity or a fear of failure, wanting to be the one who is always like in control, right? Flirting with somebody, being viewed as getting them to like fall for you, but always feeling confident that you would be able to control your emotions, because you've got things planned out, because you know when to, you know, walk away from it, or you know when to start fights. So this is like, I just want to have like a little glimpse of love, and then when I'm over it, I'll probably start some arguments so that you push me away. Maybe they just really like the codependent, kind of toxic connection. Hello, Carla. Hello, Marco. Hello, Chris. Aw, Jason, if you're gonna insult people, you should probably do it with like the correct spelling. How's it going, this guy? So we've got the world. Look at that pretty little kitty. There's even one in the upper corner. I like it. Sorry, these are still new for me, so I'm still like excited about them. I got them yesterday. Okay, so we have the world and the King of Wands. Sometimes Spirit has jokes, and I can't always share them with you because sometimes YouTube has an issue, but there is a popular Beach Boys song, right? Isn't it Beach Boys? Get Around. This is somebody who is quite popular. This is somebody who is definitely in and out of relationships, difficult for them to focus on one person or to stay with one person for very long. And then they're like, ooh, someone else is interested. Let's go see what it's like over there. Hey, Third Eye, how are you doing? Hello, Nad. I'm sorry things are difficult for you. If anyone in the live chat can send some positive energy to Nad, that would be awesome. I do often take personal questions at the end of the general reading, but kind of depends on how long it takes for me to get hungry. I have this bad habit of doing work before I eat. But I do prioritize questions for those that donate. Look at the cat in the middle. He's so fancy. Do you see the little pointed, should I say feet or paws? All right. And then we've got the Ten of Swords in the reverse. I mean, I feel like this is two people that have very similar approaches to relationships. What was that movie with Kate Hudson and Matthew McConaughey? How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days? I mean, it's like each of them is in the background like, ha, this person's gonna get obsessed with me, and then I'm gonna walk away, and then they're gonna try to chase me, and then I'm gonna be like hanging out with someone new. It'll be perfect. But they're each showing up with that energy. Hello, great one. Are you? Are you? Are you? I don't know the rest of the song, but I really need to listen to that more. That's from Hunger Games? Ace of Swords. But I think, is this in the upright? It is, right? Yeah. Ace of Swords, Emperor in the reverse. So this is for each of the individuals involved in this connection to realize that they are in fact not in control, even though they feel like they can control all of the things that happen within their love life, or who is, you know, attracted, who is obsessed with them, who has access to them. They're going to be running into each other, and I think both learning a lesson about approaching love in a more genuine or authentic way and not trying to manipulate everyone, right? And they're like, what do you mean? Love is manipulation. For them, that's true. Hello, speaker. Hello, Amelia. Or Emiliano. Have a good day. All right, what else do we have? We have the High Priestess in the reverse. This is the Tarot of the Nile, by the way. The Nine of Cups in the reverse. And the Page of Cups. So they're both elusive or secretive. They like to play games. Remember, the Sabotaging Relationships card said, I want to see if your demons come out to dance with mine. This is because they don't actually plan on doing right by the person or the people that they get involved with. It's really about, what can I get out of it? Can I get some attention from my buddies for it? Can I get some jealousy from my friends? Can I get some validation for how I look? And then can I go get that elsewhere? I hope that improves for you, Jennifer. Four of Wands. The Devil and the Knight of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, they're both really into getting people to be obsessed with them. They make it seem like, oh, I'm interested in a relationship or want to get into, you know, a long-term connection with somebody. But the reality is they know that what they're really going to probably end up doing is getting somebody attached to them and then leaving when the other person's not ready for them to do. But if they're both headed towards that, like, who's going to do it first kind of thing, right? Hello, Gizmus. How are you doing? Hey, Renee. How are you? All right. We've got Five of Swords, Four of Pentacles, Fool in the reverse. So it is, I think, very much so like the movie with Kate Hudson and Matthew McConaughey, where they both think that they have, you know, the best plan. They both think that they're going to win. They both think that they're going to get the other person like wrapped around their little finger. They've got all the right outfits or tricks or jokes or whatever. But it's really a comedy of errors because they're up against a version of themselves. So whatever they think works on the majority of people doesn't work on the person that they're up against because it's like a mirror image, right? So everything's fake. When they think that this other person is falling for them or is about to, you know, ask for a serious relationship, it doesn't work the same way. So it's almost like they're starting to get frustrated, right? Like, my normal pattern, it hasn't gotten you to like freak out yet. What do I do now? So it's like I have to ask my friend, should I pull back? Should I like casually mention that I'm still dating other people? Like, what can I do to create a little bit of a drama here? Queen of Cups in the reverse, emotional manipulation. All right, this is the other new deck from yesterday. This is a Lenormand. No, I'm not, Perdita. And you've been in here before, so you should know that. No? Yeah, it's too early for that. We have Mountain, number 21. So this is about obstacles, things that make it more difficult to get what you want. They make other people hike up a mountain for love, and they're getting that same treatment right back at them, a taste of their own medicine. Then we have the Woman card. And the Bear. So two very stubborn people who feel like they can put forth an obstacle or a challenge that makes people like really chase them. But then they can be stubborn and like avoidant. They're struggling because they're both avoidant, right? Neither of them is willing to give chase. This is funny. Ah, happy belated birthday. Hello, Salvador. Hello, Varad. It's true. Or expectations. We have give your relationship a chance and let go of control issues. So I'm not going to do a deep dive answer to your question, Varad, but my hopefully simple response would be tarot is 78 cards that depict a timeline that many people can relate to in terms of the things that you go through in your life and the type of people that you may encounter, the emotional processes that you go through in order to overcome those struggles. And then you also have oracle cards, like what I'm using right now, that are more unique and can be any, like it doesn't have to be 78 cards. It doesn't follow the same, you know, Queen, King of Swords, all of that. So this is the Romance Angel Oracle. We've got give your relationship a chance and let go of control issues. Are you really telling me these two could fall in love because they're both so like manipulative? Oh Lord. This is definitely a pairing made in karmic heaven where basically the goal is you both mess with people too much. You both play too many games. We're going to show you just what it feels like by making you encounter or want or maybe even chase a person who does the exact same thing as you. So you can see how it feels on the other side, right? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Ruben. I hope your day improves. Hello, Matt. Bitchy Tata. But Ruben sandwiches are good. You're killing me. Ruben, I'm sending you a big old hug. I'm sorry Bitchy Tata made it about sandwiches. But Bitchy Tata, you have to put in another E if you're spelling the sandwich, Ruben. Just so you know. I'm sorry, you guys. I can't help it. I love spelling. Fun fact, and you can make fun of me for it if you want, but I was a semi-regional spelling bee champion. Don't talk to me about the word that I misspelled because it's still a problem for me. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Okay, so both of these individuals are going to like basically realize I need to do something differently in love because this person is playing exactly how I would this romantic connection, right? Hello, girls. I hope you're having a good day. Thank you for the tip. What energies surround me? So I write down the questions so that after the general reading, I can tackle the personal questions. And when the when the general reading is over, probably in about 10 minutes, I'll call out if there is a line so that you know where you are in that. All right. Let's grab another tarot deck. This is the Weird Cat Tarot. What else do we have? If you would like a personal reading, you can email me and I will tell you how that works and what the prices are. Maybe speaker. It's been an interesting run, let me tell you. Hello, Matt. Bitchy Tata, I hear ya. I'm all for it. Weird and cats. All right. Ace of Cups, the moon in the reverse. Out of the most manipulative and self-serving motivations, moon in the reverse, love decides to spring. Love decides to bloom, which I guess is kind of what happens with Matthew McConaughey and Kate Hudson, right? So it's like, I'm so into just trying to make you obsessed with me that I maybe kind of lose track of the fact that I'm starting to appreciate how you look, or I really like the jokes that you tell, or maybe I want you to spend the night. These not so respectful or open to emotional connection individuals are getting a little soft. They're getting a little like, oh, maybe I do want a relationship. Nine of Cups in the reverse. When these two get to know each other and then maybe there's a flirtation elsewhere, there's comparisons. And this makes probably both of them, but at least one of them nervous. Like, oh, I'm not catching feeling. No. I would never do that. I never do that. I'm always in control. It's all right. Right? Right? They're starting to get nervous. At least one of them, but I think it's both of them. Like, oh no, now it's not as fun to flirt. Now it's not as fun to see who else is out there, right? Good morning, Dana. Oh, well, hello, Dana. I have to remember there's a different time zone. Thank you. I got your question written down this week. All right. Yeah. Nice try. See, the thing is, I don't ever have to worry about that, but that's funny. Yep, exactly. Yeah. All right, so we've got Nine of Wands in the reverse, Five of Swords, why is this so amusing for me? And the Ace of Pentacles. Stop, you guys. I can't. This is so amusing to me. I'm going to make you fall in love with me. I'm going to make it so that you can never forget me. Oh no, I just fell in love. Like, look at the Five of Swords. They're just like back and forth trying to like get the other one to fall in love, trying to get the other one to be obsessed. Nine of Wands in the reverse. This is like forgetting to protect what they were supposed to because they're like on the offense. So I don't know why. I'm not really like big into sports, but what I'm seeing is like hockey. Like if they fake you out and you think you have to protect one side of the goal, but they're really going for the other. This is like you're so focused on getting someone else to be obsessed. You're forgetting completely that you could actually fall in love with someone. And I feel like they both accidentally catch feelings or realize that they want something with this person because there's this back and forth or this like tango that they're doing, right? Hello, Alphonse, how you doing? Hello, Rashu. I do often take personal questions at the end of the collective readings. Aren't they? Hello, Erin. How are you doing? Excuse me. Four of Pentacles again. Ten of Wands in the reverse. I don't know, man. I was doing great. We were going out on dates. I was like, you know, flirting, but being distant, telling cute stories, but forgetting to respond like, sorry, I missed your call yesterday. No, let's be real. It wouldn't be a call. It'd be like, oh, I just saw your text now. What do you mean? It's 17 hours later. What have you been doing? Camping in a cave? They go from this Four of Pentacles to like, I didn't know what you were doing, to, oh no, I'm checking my phone like every minute, looking to see if this person's interested in me, looking to see if this person is trying to hang out with me. And flirting with other people is just not as amusing as it used to be. Hello, Danny. How's it going? Hello, Sunshine. Hello. What's up, Mr. Thames? So we've got the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, Two of Pentacles, the Hermit in the reverse, and the Two of Cups. I have never seen this. So it's like we're so out of balance that we end up balancing each other. Like you were about to do the same thing as me, so I just end up thinking it's funny instead of being upset about it. Because we have, like, I don't know, what I would call an obstacle with this Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. This is something that makes things take longer, right? So if I'm playing mind games, it's like I'm trying to make it seem like things are at a place where they really aren't. But then we have the Two of Pentacles. It's like, oddly, it works. Even though probably all of the friends involved, right, that know these two people would be like, relationship with Susie? A relationship with Kenny? I don't know, man. Have you seen their social media? It's like nobody believes these two would ever actually settle down, but this seems to work out. Look at those two. It's like, well, maybe this would be fun. This is wild. All right, let's see what else we get. This is the Fairy Godmother Oracle. Happy early birthday. On a Friday, no less. That'll be fun. What else do we have? Encouragement and authority. So I do think we have, I don't know, it's like I feel like I've met my match, so maybe I need to like chill a little bit in terms of trying to push people away or being avoidant with regards to love. Maybe this is somebody that could be really good for me in my life. Maybe they would help me. There could be something in addition to their approach to love that they have in common, something like a hobby, or, you know, like maybe they both really like woodcrafting, or maybe they both love CrossFit, or I think I have to mention knitting at this point. Maybe they're both a real big fan of Nickelback. Nickelback brought us together. Hello, Brent. How are you? Thank you. Hello, Lee. Good morning. How are you doing? Buenos dias. Rojas. I don't know what's going on with the first name. Is that really a thing? I'm probably going to say it embarrassingly wrong. And then we have authenticity. So maybe they drop the pretense. Maybe the masks fall away and they're like, yo, like I just been kind of like playing games because I'm scared to let anybody see the real me. But you do that too. So like maybe we should both just like 1, 2, 3. This is me, right? Remove the wig, remove the mask, that kind of thing. Like it's Scooby-Doo. This is the Gilded Reverie. I'm gonna pull a few cards from this and then maybe from the Situations deck and then start in on the personal questions. We've got one for girls and one for Dana. Hello, Bella. Sí habla español. Vivía en Cuernavaca, Morelos, como estudiante por 4 meses. We have the magnifying glass and the clover. When, oh, I got you. When they start to understand more about this dynamic between the two of them, I think they realize there's almost like a sense of humor in this pairing, that it doesn't seem like it should work, but for some reason it really does. Even though they take the long way to get there, they do, I think, eventually realize, I might actually be falling in love with this person. So what am I supposed to do? The moon and the clock, which is, of course, a reference to time. I think both of them start to realize maybe I'm wasting a lot of time, not just of other people's, but also my own, if I'm playing games in love instead of actually like pursuing something meaningful, or at least being honest about what I'm pursuing. So this is almost like, I would never have asked for this for Christmas, but it's the best gift that I've ever gotten. You know what I'm saying? Like, they weren't actually looking for a relationship, even if they were saying that they were. And then they find their match, and it's like, this person could keep me entertained for a while. Maybe I should actually get into a relationship, you know? From Italy? Do I pronounce it Chiara? Chiara, I don't speak a lot of Italian, and I'm sorry for those of you who've already heard me say this. The only thing I remember is vorrei un biglietto di treno, which isn't very helpful, unless I really do need a train ticket. But definitely goals to go to Italy. Real candles. This one's kind of massive. This one is vanilla bean, because I'm classy. Oh, this one's also vanilla. This one's vanilla creme brulee. See, sometimes I can speak French. Crickets, silence, non-action. Journal, writing, keeping notes. I'm so amused by this story, you guys. This is, yeah. So we both pull back. We both play our little games where we're not actually actively pursuing each other. I'm being avoidant. I'm sure you're going to chase me. I'm sure you miss me. But I think there is something serendipitous that brings them both together, and they realize, you know what, I really do want to be with you. As easy or as like perfunctory, as natural as it is for me to just walk away, I think I actually kind of like you. Yeah, of course. Thank you, Jordan. Whatever comes through. I got you. Oh, can I say that? Okay, so that's gotta be good morning and no. I don't know what jornada is. Is it a journey? I love learning languages. Sorry, I should stop trying to do that right now. But thank you. I used to speak Spanish to a friend, and then he would speak Portuguese back, so I've learned very little of that. I do better when I'm reading it. But, all right. So we have this come together and lockbox. When they separate and try to like forget this connection, much like that movie with Kate Hudson and Matthew McConaughey, they realize like, I miss that person. I never thought I would fall in love. That was just for the silly fools that I would deal with. But now I guess I've actually fallen in love. So what am I supposed to do? Well, they reconcile, and then they're like, you know what? Maybe this actually makes sense, right? Yes, absolutely. Aw, that's sweet. So we've got blood ties, inner circle. I think this is, you know, at first it was just kind of a game to me. I didn't take it seriously, but now that I've realized who you are, and now that, you know, you're not pretending to be something else, I actually think I really want this. This is wild. I'm happy for them. I hope they're supremely happy for the rest of their life. This is great. All right, we're gonna move on to the personal questions. I've got, my list is girls, Dana, Lee, and Jordan. So what should we use? I think we will go with, the Earth and Bones Tarot. I hope so, Outlaw. I hope that goes well for you. Alessandrine, how you doing? Do you like that? Grant, I knew you would appreciate that it rhymed. Hello, Gary. How's it going? All right, I gotta be more specific. For girls, we've got what energies surround me now? So we've got the 5 of Jars or the 5 of Cups in the reverse with the 10 of Wicks or 10 of Wands. We've got the King of Petals with Justice in the reverse. King of Petals, by the way, would be Pentacles. Wicks would be Wands, and Jars are Cups. So I felt the need to separate this into 3 pairings. So the first energy, the 10 of Wands in the reverse and the 5 of Cups in the reverse, is I feel about being overwhelmed, but feeling like things are about to get better. Because with this 5 of Jars or 5 of Cups in the reverse, there's this determination to keep moving even though it might be a little bit different or difficult. The image in my mind with this pairing was Astrid from the movie or the book White Oleander, which is, it makes sense because she perseveres through a lot of difficult situations and types of people. So this could be a reference to your having to be a bit of a chameleon, or someone around you having to be a bit of a chameleon in order to like make it through this kind of like maze, right? We've got the King of Petals and Justice in the reverse. There's someone who is very domineering, who does not feel like they should be like checked or called out or criticized. This person is probably materialistic or very much so bases their reputation on what money they have or what assets they own or a business. But this is somebody who, it kind of feels like this is like a little bit of an iron fist, or like whatever I say goes and I don't care if you like it. And then we have the Queen of Petals and the Knight of Petals. So Pentacles for both of these. A softer energy, a loving energy, but one that shrinks from probably this King of Petals. So this could be a married couple. And this is someone whose power doesn't develop until very late in their life. And I do feel like they shrink, or they make themselves small, or they accept being treated poorly by people like this King of Petals. And to be honest, it feels like neither of these are a very good influence on you, but you just have to kind of like deal with it. I kind of want to say you don't have to be like either of these people. 7 of Petals or 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. This is teaching you what not to invest in, teaching you that sometimes there's land that is not fertile, or sometimes there are words that are not worth being said. You will find a way around all of that, though. I hope that wasn't too much, but I wish you the best of luck. You've got a very strong sense of character, and I love that about you. All right, let's move on to Dana. Should there be a pregnancy test this week? Should Dana take a pregnancy test this week? Yes. Knight of Jars, which is the Knight of Cups. Page of Wicks, which is the Page of Wands, and Page of Petals. So pages often refer to younger individuals, and the Page of Wicks, rather uncharacteristically, has an egg. The Page of Petals has a seed packet. I don't know, you guys. You doing any math over there? It's probably why I chose this tarot deck, right? Yes, and remember that sometimes you might require a little bit of patience, or sometimes things aren't super accurate, but I'm sending you protective energy and abundance. Hey, Grindheart, how you doing? Hello, Raza. Hello, Lorena. Pythagorean theorem? Good, good. Oh, wait, sorry. We got Lee up next. What other gossip do we have on the Gun Club? You're so welcome, Dana. What other gossip at the Gun Club? Okay, there continues, because I feel like this was what happened the other day. There continues to be a reference to somebody who has betrayed another within this group of people. This is somebody who should have rejected a person, but they did not. So it does feel like it is probably related to infidelity. And I think it happened on site. I think it happened in a car. So do we have two people that were like making bad choices like in a parking lot, and then like somebody walked up and caught them? Let's just check real quick. Hello, Alex. Thank you for the tip. Let me know if you have any questions, or if you'd like me just to pull a random set of cards for you. No, I'm not. I don't like to like make anyone irritated by my choices, but no, I am not. I do like to eat bacon. But I think probably one of my favorite things is salmon. Growth and current employment. I got you. Thank you, Alex. And thank you, Grindhard. That's cute. And how's she react? Oh, nice. That would be very kind of you. All right, I got that for you. Exactly. I do think it happened on site. I think there's some cheating. I don't know why I had to say it that way. I'm sorry. Sometimes the accents, they just come out of me, okay? This is someone who's married, who is getting it on the property with somebody they should not be. Okay, we'll just get extra, like, nosy. Does this other person work there? No. All right. But the other person is in a relationship that everybody else like judges. So maybe it's even one of those things where they don't look like they'd be together, or like they have really different aesthetics, right? Like if you have like someone who's super preppy with a goth girl, that always makes me laugh. Like you do what you want to do, but like it's amusing, right? When you see people and you're like, how did that happen? Mm-hmm. What do you have in common? You like the same syrup? I don't know. There's something here where people look at this and they're like, why are these two together? One of those people definitely is part of this. All right, we're going to, good luck with that, Lee. And if you figure out the mystery, you let me know. Jordan is up next. We have a random card pull. Ooh, you said it. Grind hard. Moving along to I love you. I got you. All right, let's see. What do we have for Jordan, please? What do we have for Jordan? Stop, I can't. That's funny. All right. I love this card. It's the Queen of Swords. Ooh, Jordan. This is very positive. Jordan, I see that there is a decision that you are about to make. This decision that you are about to make is well researched and considered and balanced. So you may have a tendency to overthink. What I want to tell you is when you make this decision, you're going to be confident. You're going to feel like, that's exactly what I needed to do. I know it. It took me a little while to get to that point, but this is what I needed. When you make that decision, like the doors open up. I mean, multiple doors of opportunity for you. Because the Queen of Wands is about manifesting in what you want, and the Ace of Pentacles is an opportunity. So I do kind of feel like there's more than one opportunity here, but this is saying you're making a decision. It could be to close out or let go of something from your past. Whatever this decision is, it is good for you. And it like reallocates this magical force within you to drawing in what you want. So like get ready for some good stuff to come your way. I do feel like this is like more than one area of your life. Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Okay, so you might have an exciting opportunity or a blessing within your work life, Eight of Pentacles. And then we have the Lovers, referencing your love life. And then the Moon. This is like a game show. I don't know why. It feels to me like there's this surprise additional thing too. I don't know. Just be ready for some good things and remember that your positivity is a good influence, right? Wait, what are we talking about here? Speaker. You can't say respectfully after saying that. You was respectful in that. Point it out to me. Do you have a whiteboard and you can be like, right here, as you can see, there was much respect. It was all respect. There's definitely nothing inappropriate here. All right. Thank you, Jordan. I'm excited for you. You got some good stuff coming in. Hello, John. How are you doing? Next up would be Alex. Curious about growth in the current employment situation. What is the potential with regards to growth in the current employment for Alex? strong. We got the Strength card coming out, but then we also have Nine of Swords. Okay. So wherever you are, Alex, I feel like currently there is a good amount of support or training, or here's a career path for you, but it's like it shifts or it changes like overnight. And I do feel like this is because somebody's about to leave the company, and this could be specifically a mentor or somebody that you wanted to work with. I feel like someone leaves the company and then all of a sudden, whatever had been a good opportunity for you, it like vanishes. So a change in the lineup means you will have to probably be pretty nimble and open to other opportunities. So I would say if it were me in your situation, I would already be, looking and seeing if there's anything where it makes sense to apply or make connections or introductions, because I do feel like it goes from this is a great place to be to, oh my gosh, like everything's just changed because that one person isn't promoting what they were before. So is there a good place waiting for Alex elsewhere? There is a new opportunity, but I do feel like it's slightly off the beaten path. So that could be a reference to like maybe it requires you to move, or maybe it's a little bit of a drive. Maybe it's working for a company that's based out of a different country. But I do feel like you're going to find a new opportunity that enables you to actually pursue what you want and get a better likelihood that you'll be placed where you want to be. So good luck to you on that. Bob Barker. You're welcome, Jordan. All right. And thank you to those of you who are wishing good things for those that are getting the personal readings or those in the live chat. I always appreciate that. I'm glad to hear that, Alex. All right, so for Gindhard, we've got, how did she react to him saying that he loves her feisty attitude? Page of Wands, King of Swords, Three of Swords. This is interesting. Initially, there was a sense of pride. Like, yeah, that's who I am, and I'm glad you like that. But you reminded her of someone when you said it. Or how you said it might have been very similar to how someone else said it, right? So this Three of Swords is the dominating energy here. Thank you, Dana. I got you. You're welcome. All right. So I think there's just more to the story than you maybe realize with that like reference to attitude or feistiness. All right. So how did she react to Grindhard saying he would help her find a job? A little defensively at first, but I think that has abated or that has kind of subsided. I feel like there is appreciation, but a little bit of like, I don't want to look unworthy of you, right? So there's a little bit of insecurity, just a little bit, right? Hello, Jacob. All right, so how did she react to I love you? She keeps thinking back about it, like how you said it, or like what the context around it was. It's like there's maybe not necessarily a returning of the same level of emotion, but there's an appreciation for your ability to be vulnerable after having dealt with somebody who maybe the only emotion they could send or they could actually show was like anger. So, appreciation, but like maybe not necessarily returning the same emotions. No, you're not, third eye. All right, so Reinhardt, you know we're rooting for you. Dana's asking, will Bond say I love you to Dana soon? Not soon. There's still some healing or still some frustrations that he's going through. I do feel like you might notice that he has kind of like a split personality, or it may be a little bit difficult to predict how he's going to act around you. And you're going to notice at a certain point that he shifts from being kind of like 50-50 to more noticeably on the nicer side. And after that, that's when it happens. But there's some darkness that he's dealing with, some anger or frustration that he has to process. And when that starts to lighten up for him, then I think he can also communicate that, right? I'm so happy for you, Grindhard. All right, I'm going to leave it there, everyone. I love you. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes, and I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.